How's it going, people? Salmon Slabber here, and this is the quest guide for the Salt in the Wound quest. So, to start off, let's check the requirements. So, quest you need to complete is just Kenneth's Concerns. Skill-wise, you'll be needing 60 Defense, 50 Constitution, 47 Herblore, 45 Summoning, and 35 Dungeoneering. Item-wise, all you require is your armor, weapon, and a lot of food. You can use any of the 3 combats, it's entirely up to you. To start the quest, head to the east side of the peninsula at Bundamenheim and talk to Kenneth. So, go ahead and talk to him. Ask him what he's doing here. And go ahead and start the quest. Quickly run through all the chat, and he'll teleport slightly to your west. So, go and follow him, head up the stairs, and he'll be right in front of you to the north. His 2 friends will then teleport in. Go ahead and talk to Kenneth again. Go through the options. Once you've gone through all of his options, move on to Ezekiel and go through his options. And finally, go ahead and talk to Eva and run through her options. It doesn't matter whether you speak to her politely or not. And eventually the option, I'm ready to go, will come up. So as soon as you've done all that, click I'm ready, let's go. And Ezekiel will blow a hole in the wall. And you'll now have a little cutscene. So, as soon as you regain control, you're now inside a dungeon. Head directly to the eastern room, and head east again. Unsummon the Ramaki, enter, and there's a key in here, pick that up and then run back to the west. Throughout this quest you will be controlling your friends, but I'll get into that when we reach that point. Head back to your starting room, and this time head through the south door, which we can now open because of the key. So as soon as you enter, you'll get a little cutscene, and the basic idea is we now need to distract this enemy here, and you need to choose one of your followers to go across. Choose Eva, as she has the most life. As soon as you regain control, tank the boss, and Eva will start jumping across. You're now in control of Eva. So jump directly to the east, then south, then south, then east, then to your west, then north, 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 and then east twice to get to the other side. It's exactly the same as the puzzles in Dungeoneering. So depending on where the glowing ball appears when you jump across, depends on whether or not this tactic will work for you, but it's pretty much the same. As soon as you're across, investigate the massive thing in the corner with Eva, and now you need to get it back. You can try to do it legitimately, although you can simply make a run into the ball and she'll appear on the same side as you anyway, and she'll only lose a small amount of life. Whichever you prefer. So once Eva's back across, choose option 1 and you'll be teleported away from Daemonheim. You will now appear on the fishing platform. So once you're here, go ahead and talk to Kenneth. Then speak to Bailey. Speak to Bailey again. And punch him. Then tell him you don't feel pain. Then no pain, prove it. And he'll give you a bloody glass. Once you've got the bloody glass, head out towards the east side of the platform. And go ahead and lure one of the fishing spots. So you now have this little critter following you. Take it back to the room with Kenneth and the others. Make sure it doesn't get stuck behind other people on the platform. And don't try to pick it up yet. So head inside the room. As soon as you do, Kenneth will explode the worm. Exploded! As soon as he's done that, you will then receive it. So at this point, talk to Kenneth once more. Then ask him what you should do now. Ask him how he's doing. And ask him about his family. As soon as you've done that, take the pestle and mortar just slightly to your west on the table. Once you've got that, use the pestle and mortar on any of those 3 ingredients. And you'll now mix together a serum. Your friends will now teleport slightly to your northwest. Head on over and talk to one of the locals. Choose option 2, why can't I come in? And tell them you're not a stranger. Then ask to seek enlightenment. And then say, I wish to hear. So as soon as you do that, you'll now appear inside a dungeon. At this point, we now need to control our members separately. So first things first, move up towards the center just behind this guy. You can select individual members by clicking on the portraits. You can select them all by clicking the 3 dots with a circle around it. And the one below it tells them all to come to you. So, now we need to get through this cavern without being spotted, preferably. So send all 3 of them up north to kill the knight. And eventually he'll go down. Make them run slightly to the east. You'll have a tiny little cutscene. And leave them next to this door. Now take control of Eva and have her come to this point and wait for a second. Click on Eva's portrait again to go back to yourself. Then you want to knock out this villager here and quickly select Eva and run south. Don't run too far and you'll see this villager circling this rock. Go ahead and sneak behind without getting spotted, and head to the east. Inside you will find a switch. Go ahead and pull it. This will lock the door that Eve is in. Go ahead and control Ezekiel and Kenneth up in the top. Move Kenneth into the room. And go ahead and grab Ezekiel too. Make him come into the room. And now with either Kenneth or Ezekiel, pull that lever. This will lock the room they're in, but open Eva's cell. So take control of Eva again, be careful not to get spotted, and you now need to bring her up to that metal grate where Kenneth and Ezekiel is. So bring her across, and recontrol yourself to knock out the villager so she can pass again. Leave her just outside the door. Move over to yourself and take yourself around to that door. Once you're there, take control of Kenneth, pull the switch, and now bring yourself and Eva inside. Pull the switch once more, and now you can exit to the south. Take everyone with you and run all the way around to the exit. Ignore the knights on the way, as you don't actually need to kill them. Head on through the cave, and you're now into the next area. So wait for the villager to pass by until he comes back down to the south. Take control of everyone, tell them to follow you, and head north. Go as far north as you can, and then it's time to split up. Take Eva and move her to the western room. Pull the lever in the chamber you're in. Move yourself east one and south one. Take Kenneth and leave him in the original room. Move Ezekiel east of the original room. And you should have your 3 people split like this along with yourself near this switch. Once everyone's in position, go ahead and pull your lever. At this point, go to Ezekiel, move him east another room, and pull the lever in here. The auto-pathing on these guys kinda sucks, you kinda need to move it yourself. So once you've pulled that lever, you now need to take care of yourself and go ahead and pull your lever once more. Switch over to Eva at this point, and we're heading south with Eva. There is a villager circling a rock in this room, so sneak past them and keep heading south, and there will be another lever to pull. So once you're in here, pull the lever with Eva. Take care of Ezekiel and have him pull his lever. Make Ezekiel head south, and there will be a lever down here. Have him pull that. Then move Ezekiel 1 room north. Bring yourself back into the central room. Make Eva pull her switch once more. Take control of Ezekiel. Move him north up to his original room. And bring him to the center as well. At this point, Kenneth, Ezekiel and yourself should now be in the starting room. Eva now needs to pull her lever once more and bring her up to join the rest of the party. With this, everyone should now be together and the pathway to the north is open. So, gain control of everyone and head north. Now that you're in this room, the idea is there's 4 levers each in a corner and they all need to be pulled. So have everyone follow you to start off with, and kill all of the knights and the undead throughout the entire area. So take out the 2 in the central chamber, head west, take out the next one. You then want to head to the southwest corner and take out this undead. Once you've done that, head over to the eastern side of this cavern. Take out the undead in the east side. Then head to the southeast corner, take out this one. And then head up to the northeast and take care of the last one. So now everything's been taken care of, we now need to position people. Put Eva in the northeast room. Take Ezekiel and place him in the southeast room. And finally take Kenneth and place him in the southwest room. Once you've done that, you want to take care of yourself, and you'll be heading to the northwestern room. There's a villager walking back and forth up in this northwest side, so be careful not to get spotted. As soon as he turns around, you can knock him out to get behind him and through that door. So at this point, you should all now be in each of the corners. Start off with you pulling your lever in the northwest, then pull the lever in the southwest with Kenneth, then head to the southeast and pull the lever with Ezekiel, and then switch to Eva, and finally pull the northeastern lever. Upon pulling the lever with Eva, go ahead and switch back to yourself, and we now need to get to the central chamber. So go ahead and knock the villager out again and sneak past. Once you're in the central chamber or near to it, tell everyone to regroup and come to you, and head up through the central north passage. Once everyone's there, go on through. Now this room has quite a bit of combat in, and you will be using your 3 followers to take care of it all. Go ahead and check the mound in the centre, and you'll start playing about with it trying to pull a switch. Go ahead and put your arm in. As soon as you start to pull levers, enemies will come into the room. Select all 3 of your followers by clicking the 3 dots with a circle around it, and go ahead and take out all of the undead that appear. If a party member actually dies during this, you will have to restart the room, so if one of them gets very low on life, you might want to leave them on the side somewhere, out of harm's way. But as long as you've got all 3 selected, you shouldn't have any problems. It's fairly straightforward, this bit. It's quite literally just killing all of the undead that respawn while you're pulling the switches in the center. Occasionally you might find that one or maybe two of your people aren't actually attacking. If you happen to see that, just reselect all three again and tell them to attack. That should fix it and they should all start attacking again. It does occasionally happen because if you happen to try to click on the undead and one of your people are there and you happen to click on them, it'll select them individually. Easily fixed though. So, after a couple of waves of the undead knight, eventually you'll be able to pull the lever to open the way to the next room. As soon as you do, control yourself, tell everyone to follow you, and head through the northern cave. And this next one is the final room, so before you enter, if anyone's on low life, you can feed them food, and that'll heal them up for you. So, upon entering, you see the Slug Queen. And you'll actually get captured, so this entire section is controlling your little buddies. So, after a long period of chatting, go ahead and select Kenneth. Head to the western side where the door is, and talk to Brother Maledict behind it. He will then pull the lever to open the doorway for you. At this point, take Ezekiel, head through that doorway, and blow up the wall to the north. Then head back into the center room, and on the eastern side will be another wall you can blow up. Once you've done that, take Ezekiel up to the very northwest corner and make him stand just to the left side of the Slug Queen. Then take control of Kenneth, make him head east, and kill the undead here. It shouldn't take long, as he is a mage. Soon as he's done that, make him head up exactly the same as Ezekiel, up this northeast corner, and leave him on the side here, on the east side of the slug, and go ahead and attack her. Soon as you do, Ezekiel and Kenneth will both attack at the same time, and she'll back up. At this point, it's time to control Eva. So go ahead and select Eva, and knock out this dude in front of you. As you do. Then go ahead and tell it to attack the Pest Queen, or the Mother Malum. As soon as you do, you'll get seismic tossed into a big massive pillar. Take control of Eva, walk around the back side of it, and push it on top of the slug. That's the way to do it. So eventually you'll be able to regain control. Go ahead and talk to the old decrepit woman. And it's up to you whether or not you want to lie or tell the truth. I'm quite evil, so I told the truth. Makes me giggle. And eventually she'll die. So, as soon as she's dead, go ahead and run out through the south side. Choose option 1, and you'll appear back on the fishing colony. And as soon as you go through all the little text, that is pretty much it. So congratulations. That is Salt in the Wound complete. Quite an easy quest. Quite funky, having to control other people. But yeah, rewards. You gain an extra 100 bound ammo within Daemonheim, which is kind of nice. You also gain 45k defense, 17.5k constitution, 15k herblore, 12.5k summoning, and your 2 spins on the Wheel of Fortune, as well as some Dungeoneering XP. So all in all, quite a nice little reward, quite an easy quest. Well worth doing, especially for the extra 100 bound ammo in Daemonheim. That said, hope you all enjoyed, and I will catch you all later.